I'm Corbett Wall with DVAuction, here with your feeder flash for Wednesday, November the 1st, brought to you in part by Macrocin by Bimeda. Macrocin is proven efficacy at an affordable upfront price, without any BS, end of story. For more information, go to macrocin.com. Avoiding knee jerks, and even though we've mostly recovered from a week ago, Monday's big collapse on the board, your cattle people haven't forgot it. Most of your technical people, most of your futures traders, they've kind of forgotten it. They hadn't worried about it too much. But when it's taking food out of your mouth, you don't forget about that right away. And they're still upset about it, how they could be down $6 on the spot month and then $7 and more for your out front months. It's frustrating, and a lot of your cattle people would like to avoid that somehow going forward, and so they're looking for the reason why that is. I had a friend of mine, a big operator out west, that called me on Tuesday, and we were visiting about that, and he thinks he knows what the reason is. And of course it has to do with the cattle on feed report, which the cattle on feed report was very bearish, and we knew that, and we knew that the board was going to be down big on Monday. I told you guys on our Monday morning visit or over the weekend that the board was going to be down big on Monday. The problem with it now is the algorithms run the board, and they completely take advantage of it. Well, when you have a big cattle on feed report that comes out and it's very bearish like that, and the cattle on feed report doesn't come out till after the Friday close, and so then you have the industry stewing over it, in which you guys know that I hate that. You know, you always walk around with your butt puckered up for the whole weekend waiting to see what's going to happen on the Monday board after one of those cattle on feed reports. Well, nowadays, so much of the industry is using the LRPs. So we had massive numbers of LRPs taken out over the weekend and before the board opened up on Monday. This was a big downer, and you think, well, the LRPs are taken out with an insurance company, and you know, it's not a short, it's not a put. You know that it's not going to affect it. Yes, it is. Your insurance companies are going to lay that risk off. So they have to. And so the insurance companies lay all that risk off on the open. As soon as the board opens, they've got all that put in the computer. It lays them off. Your algorithms are just laying and waiting for those trades. The algorithms see the trades before they come in. Then they make trades. And it just sets everything in motion, and it takes that board down, in this case, a lot more than what it should have, and it takes it in an abrupt hit, and you know, they can make so many trades in the snap of a finger. It's just bang, 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 and then they just roll that thing all the way down, and that's what happened on a week ago Monday's market when it was down hard like that. What we were saying is, you know, maybe we should do like your big grain reports and have them come out at 11 o'clock Central instead of 2 o'clock Central or noon, and let it happen during the trading hours, where we can get a little bit of that out of the way. We can see some of that come out of the way, and it won't be all at once. You know, I've always said I don't understand why we have to have a drum roll and pull the curtain back to see that cattle on feed report. You know, let's have it in stages. Give it to us as you get the information. Don't wait and have a big drum roll. I don't know if USDA or National Ag Statistics Service thinks that's the only you know, reason that they get any credit for doing anything, which basically is. But you know, we're over it. We don't feel like we need that anymore. And then you look, and we were talking about one producer that he didn't have a lot of cattle, but sold his herd of cattle. That's his one check for the year. It cost him about $18,000 because he sold those cattle early last week. You know, it hurts people. And that was the title of one of my feeder flashes last week, was someone's going to get hurt. Well, yeah, it did hurt people. It absolutely hurt people. That might have been the difference between him getting to buy something for his kids, or maybe maybe get a tractor repaired, or buy a new working chute or something. But the people in Chicago, they don't give a shit. They just let, as long as it's moving up and down, there's opportunities for them to make money, and that's what they want to do. And it seems of late that the CME has gotten to the point where they're wanting more opportunities to make money, and they're just changing things, on a whim. Anything that will bring about more trade, anything that will cause more people to have to pay to see the trade, pay to see real-time trades and things like that. They're just all about making some kind of a profit, and they're doing it on the backs of the industry. But if you're looking for fast and efficient cattle financing, check out Legend Bank. Greg Brooks and Randy Taylor there in North Texas, and they know this industry, they know the markets, they can help you out, give you fast and efficient cattle financing. Don't forget, Legend Bank is a member of FDIC. All loans are subject to credit approval, and Legend Bank is an equal housing lender. For more information, go to legend.bank. Also, if you noticed, we had something happen on Tuesday. We had the highest expired live cattle contract ever, and that might have been a little bit surprising. We've had fat cattle higher than this. They've got up to 188. We haven't been there since, and that was in June. But we've never had a live cattle contract expire as high as October did. October went off the board at 183.75. That's a strong market. People are getting frustrated with the market, mostly because of that big sell-off there last week. But the market is at all-time highs, guys. Most classes are near that. So, you're not going to get too many people feeling sorry for you yet. But we haven't seen any fat cattle trade as of yet on the direct basis in the 5 area feeding region. So, that was an impressive mark to post that all-time high live cattle contract close there, and I think we got a lot of room to go higher between now and the end of the year. But look at your board on Tuesday. October live cattle futures were up 30 cents at 183.55. February was up 65 cents at 184.62. Back months were all up good, up 65 cents to up 95. November feeder cattle up just 2 cents at 237.70. January up 32 cents at 237.20. Back months were mixed on feeder cattle, down 37 to up a dime. December corn up just a half cent a bushel at 478 3/4. November beans up 4 1/4 cent at 12.87. Kansas City hard red winter wheat continues to be volatile. The December contract down 15 3/4 cent at 629 1/4. Your fat cattle trade, like I said, really didn't have anything. The only thing that was quoted anywhere on any report was less than 100 head in Texas at 184. That's off the market, so it doesn't really mean anything. We did have the brick and mortar sale, biggest fat cattle auction in the nation. Stockman's livestock market in Yankton, South Dakota. Had a good fat cattle offering, 1,400 in overnight, 2,200 in for the sale. The conventional cattle, just the straight up cattle, no bells and whistles, but finished nicely, sell from 179 to 184.75. I thought there was one that I wanted to tell you about, and it's actually the photo that I've got up right now with some big old steers, 155 of them, weighed 16 and a half. They're pictured right here. Look at those big dogs at 181.50. They had programmed drug-free or non-implanted cattle sell from 182 to 188 and a half. The program cattle were steady to $2 higher. The other conventional cattle were mostly steady, but good trade on an attractive offering at Stockman's Livestock Market in Yankton, South Dakota. Talk about your box beef cutout values. Choice cuts 305.18, that's down $4.10. Selects were down $1.39 at $279.50, so we didn't see that coming. Kind of knocked us off the pedestal that we thought we were putting together on the box beef cutout values. Slaughter up through the first 2 days of the week, falling a little off pace. 250,000 estimated harvest, that's 1,000 less than a week ago and 5,000 less than the same week a year ago. Talk about what else is going on. Stay Tough Fencing is known in the ag market for its fencing expertise. They manufacture one of the broadest lines of high tensile and low carbon fences available. Stay strong, stay tight, stay tough. Talk about your feeder cattle market. Your real-time index on DVAuction late in the day on Tuesday sitting at 232.23, up $1.01. So we haven't seen the up for about a week and a half there, but nice to see us start to come back up in the right direction there on Tuesday with some pretty nice sales there, and still on light receipts because of it's so wet where a lot of cattle are moving. Don't forget about Callaway Livestock Center in Kingdom City, Missouri on November the 2nd at 6 o'clock p.m. They're having a big commercial cow sale. 1,000 head or more, likely going to be more. They keep getting more consignments in. That's in central Missouri. So far they got about 300 fall pairs, 300 spring calvers, 300 heavy bred cows that are ready to do it here pretty quick, about 100 bred heifers. For a complete list of what they've got consigned, go to CallawayLivestock.com. Also another premium type sale, the Bluegrass and Top Dollar and Bluegrass Stockyards of Lexington is going to have a sale Thursday night also. That's November the 2nd at 7 p.m. Of course, that's out there in Kentucky. But it's the Bluegrass Stockyards Blue Ribbon Bred Heifer Sale. Most are also Top Dollar qualified, which Top Dollar program means that they're in the top 25% genetically for feeding and carcass traits. But these heifers, they're selling at a premium, meant for small producers that don't run a whole lot, but they're wanting to do it right. They're sold in small groups. Those small groups will have tight calving windows. But it'd be a pretty good deal for you guys out east there. For more information, talk to Jim Akers or Jeremy Schrock. For more information on the Top Dollar, go to topdollarangus.com. Talk about your big sales on Tuesday. Ozarks Regional Stockyard in West Plains, Missouri. They sold 1,900 head through the ring, another 705 through their in-house video they do with help from DVAuction. Market was good. Calves sold $8 to $12 higher. Spots $16 higher. So pretty much gained back everything that they lost a week ago because of the board sell-off in the cattle and feed report. But yearling feeder steers were $5 higher. Didn't have a good test of yearling feeder heifers there, but an impressive quote on a big string of steers, big steers, was 227 head of mixed steers, weighed 937. In West Plains, Missouri, they bring 226.50. Your National BeefWire stick-out sale of the day was Beaver County Stockyards in Beaver, Oklahoma. And I told you on our last visit that they were going to have those Radcliffe green yearling steers in there, good as walks. And you just don't see those cattle as green as what these were. They'd be like summertime green yearling steers. I tried to get all of them in here. Pulled those weighing. I told you they was going to be in the upper 8s and the low 9s, and I pulled 885 to 9 1/4 weight loads of yearling steers and got most of them. These are those green yearlings there right off the grass, guys. And there's 8 loads here, like I said, weighing from 885 to 9 1/4. They bring from 230, 250 to 238. Pretty impressive sale there, guys. How about some individual quotes from all around? F&T livestock market in Palmyra, Missouri. Long-time DVAuction broadcast customers there. I love the F&T market because of what it stood for, farmers and traders. You would never see them call that anymore, but they call it F&T. But I like that market out there in eastern Missouri. They sold 59 steers, weighed 778, and bring 251.75. Pretty impressive there. How about Kimball Livestock Exchange in Kimball, South Dakota? They sold 114 steers, weighed 909 at 247. But the most impressive quote that I saw for where it's at and everything, and your Macrison no BS top quote for the day, come out of Producers Livestock in Salina, Utah. Now guys, way out west there, they've got hay plentiful and cheap, and they've still got grass. They've had a lot of moisture out there, starting to get some more moisture in for the winter grass grazing there. But check out the good sale they had on light steers in Salina, Utah at Producers Livestock. It was 96 little steer calves, weighed 418 and bring 385. And that's your feeder flash for Wednesday.